The reason we started Chicano Studies is because we did not see our stories told. Come back from Vietnam, pissed off, okay? Angry, very angry. What do? You got that anger, you have to focus it. You have to focus that energy in a positive way. To me, Chicano Studies allowed me to do that, to focus all that anger I had after the war, to put it in a positive direction because I could see what it could do to our community and help in our community. Chicano Studies was three realities. One was to see who we were as a people, self-identification. That's why we called ourselves Chicanos. Second was for everybody else to see who we are. And the third one is to give back to the community. I was fortunate in that I had been involved with Chicanos for Action. And what had happened is that we had got involved in student government politics. And I ended up being the Commissioner of Academic Affairs under student government. With that knowledge I had gained from Denver through Chicano Studies from the Crusade, I came down and I told the student government I wanted money to go to California to study their programs out there, to see what they had, book-wise, curriculum-wise, and new innovative realities. And as Commissioner of Academic Affairs, they said, of course. In the meantime, I'd also asked for $25,000 to set up a disadvantaged scholarship program. So they gave me $25,000 and we started recruiting people. The financial aid director was a racist, and he was not allowing people of color to get financial aid. We went before the curriculum committee and they said, there's not enough Latino, Hispanic, Chicanos, whatever you want to call yourselves, that's what they told us, to justify a program like that. The irony was where he was standing at, behind him was what we in Pueblo call Dog Patch. Now it's Eastwood Heights. Dog Patch is 99% Chicano. He's talking and telling us that there's no need for Chicano Studies when we could look past him and see the reality, who is blind. And then we said, okay, if you do not give it Chicano Studies on campus, we're going to close this campus down, flat out. Is that a threat? I said, no, that's a promise. We coalesced with the black students, the women, the anti-war people, and came together, and one day we sat down and said, this is what we're going to do. We're going to close this college down if we can't get Chicano Studies on campus. I was president of MECHA at the time. I was kind of like the, I guess you could say, the instigator, and lit the fire, and 200 students got up and we walked over and we took over the administration building and went to the president's office. He said, George, he says, if you get the people to stop this demonstration, do you have the curriculum, the staff, and the students for the Chicano Studies class? And I says, yes. That's why we set up the Disadvantaged Scholarship Program. Because all those people that were in the Disadvantaged Scholarship Program that had been discriminated against by the financial aid officer, we paid them their tuition, books, and fees. All we asked for them was to take Chicano Studies 101, okay? Our first class, 100 students. And I said, I want the financial aid director fired also. He says, give us a couple of days. They fired him. We got Chicano Studies on campus. The impact of Chicano Studies last 50 years, when it initially started, it had tremendous impact. Chicano Studies is still here. And that to me is itself says a lot, and it means that we're still able to address those realities in our community.